Welcome back. Video number 4 in the bait making series of my bait, Grumpy Gill. And today, like I left off in the last video, we're gonna do some spot filling, which I already started, as you can see, because it's got some red on it. So we're gonna do some spot filling. We're going to do some light sanding, get it all super smooth, get all the edges super smooth, and then make our master mold of Grumpy Gill. What we got to do now is once we get the master done, I need to decide on which angle I want to cut it, whether it's V, straight, round, a little bit of both. I don't know where I'm going to end up with that yet. To give me the noise that I want, the clacking that I want, the water displacement that I want. I'm going to be very particular on how I want my bait to swim, what I like, and my style of fishing, obviously, because I'm making this bait for that, so that I can fish it. So then once we do all that, then the weighting comes into play, making sure that we kill this bait so that it sits straight. You know what I mean? You want it to sit straight because it is going to be a glide also. We're going to have a wake and a glide, and we need to make sure that this bait sits level at all times. So a lot of variations go into that. How much weight do you want to use? You don't want to use too much weight because you don't want your bait to be like 1,000,000 pounds when you're casting it. So resin to balloon mixture. I got to come up with my own recipe on how I want my bait to keel so that it swims the way that I want. So there is a lot, way still that needs to be done before we can actually get to the testing phase that I was talking about. I just wanted to break that down. Went on a little rant. Wanted to break that down exactly how it goes down. And then once we get it keeled, weighted, and all that good stuff, then we'll truly start testing the bait and trying to get it big. Because I don't care how good your bait looks. I don't care how nice you paint it. I don't care how cool it is or whatever. If it don't catch fish, it's useless. Absolutely useless. No matter how much time you put into carving it, no matter how cool your paint job is, the number one thing that's going to matter in the end is that it needs to get big. And the only way that's going to happen is by making sure we build it and test it right many times before y'all even got to see it. Let's go. Let's make the master. Quick little session after work today on the sanding, filling pits, smoothing it out. Third paint over. As you can see, we still got a lot of imperfections in here that I need to sand and smooth out. But we are definitely getting closer now. Definitely getting closer. All right, I think Grumpy Bass is ready for its last primer. I think she's all smoothed out. Let's find out. Man, it's a lot of work. Man, guys, I am so close. Grumpy Gills is super close, but still got a few spots. I got some right there, a couple right there, a couple right there, there, there. Getting close though. Getting close to the master. Right there. So close. I'm so close. So far, about, I want to say 30 hours or so to this point to get the shape already this way. As you can see, it's already changed dramatically. The shape and appearance of the bait. Let's go. Well, there it is. 30 hours of hard work. 30 hours of hard work. Multiple days. Many hours in the lab. But there it is. Grumpy Gills is done. Well, not done, but the master shape, the master overall look of my bait is done. Some of you might not take that long, but for me, being an artist, I'm very critical on how I want my art pieces to look, and I do consider my bait a piece of art, just like all the other stuff that I do. So I am very critical of every little aspect in detail of the piece that I just did. And there's reasons for me being so critical of my design and how I did it, and the shape, the way that it's flat on the bottom, round on the sides, and then the way that the head is shaped with the multiple contours, not only in the front here, but also on the cheeks. And as it comes around the bait, there's more contour coming off the back tail. And also throughout the years, a lot of that stuff makes a big deal when it comes to water displacement and how fish fill baits with their lateral lines. So again, my idea behind it is that when this bait and the force of the water is coming over and around it as it comes through the face, which is the first thing it's going to hit, it's going to have major water displacement right here because of all the contour. Then it's going to hug the body, and then as it comes out the back tail, it's going to have more water displacement. The subtleness of this little back bump is there for a reason. Just like and I don't want to use this as an example, but just like Kitex and other baits like that have ribs because they have water displacement and whatnot. So that is the reasoning behind the way I designed it, the way I shaped it, and then obviously it's my drawing, and I really just want it to look cool and different. I really main key was to make this bait look different. I wanted the face and the overall look that when you see this bait, you're like, that's a bait Gus did. So anyways, now that this is done, time to do the master mold of this now. And we're going to make quite a few of them. We're going to chop them up, like I said, into different shapes: V-cut, square, round, flat. I don't know. We'll see where I end up. We got a lot of work to do. We got the recipe to figure out before we can even get to the testing phase. But I'm having so much fun on this journey. And thanks for coming along, guys. On the next video, we'll be making the master mold of the master carving, and then we'll see where we go from there. Thanks. I hope you guys are enjoying the series. Thanks for coming along. Till next time, keep watching. Peace.